Hi there, I'm Grant Ward. I work for Perforce Delphix. I've spent many years helping customers solve complex data use cases. Today, we're going to discuss ephemeral databases and what that means to you from a cloud cost perspective. Please also remember to check out for additional Perforce Delphix videos that my colleagues are creating around different use cases. How does Delphix work? Delphix ingests data from any source. These sources are typically production environments. Delphix then profiles this data for any sensitive values and then masks those sensitive values with realistic data that contains referential integrity. Delphix can then virtualize your data by giving you an unlimited number of copies of these that are available in a test data library. These can then be accessed by your data consumers via self-service. Delphix also has an intelligent API integration layer that allows you to automate us within any of your existing data pipelines today. We're here to talk about ephemeral database environments and how these work in the context of Delphix. Typically, environments in the cloud are rigid, long-lived, and are underutilized, and provisioning data environments is slow and manual. In the context of Delphix, we've seen customers saving up to 85% of their cloud costs associated with these database environments. Delphix can spin up and tear down environments in a matter of minutes and has better utilization for these data environments across the board. We also have integration into existing automation tools in order to make sure that your infrastructure is well managed behind these databases as well. Let's jump into the demonstration and take a look at what an ephemeral database looks like in practice. This is your Delphix data environment. As you can see, we have a connection library of all of our source and target production and non-production environments available in Delphix. We also have all of our production sources that have been ingested into the platform. These sources have all been masked as well, just so that you know. We also have our data library of virtual databases. This represents different versions of data at different points in time. And all of these virtual copies are lightweight and efficient, as I mentioned earlier. As you can see, everything is running offline at the moment, and that's obviously important because we don't want to be consuming cloud costs unnecessarily. I have my sample banking application here. As you can see, the developers have provided me with a new version of the application that I, as the testing team, need to test. The application is ready to go, but I don't have a database that is ready to be used yet. I need to log a ticket for my DBA team to provide me with a new, fresh copy of my QA environment. That is obviously going to take several hours, and that's only due to the fact that data is very huge and complex, multi-terabytes in size, and finding and restoring backups just takes a lengthy period of time. In Delphix, that's not the case. What I'm going to do is I'm going to show you I have a data pipeline over here, which is going to take one of my ephemeral databases for me and bring it online in a matter of minutes. So I'm going to kick off this pipeline right now. If we switch back to our Delphix environment, we can go and have a look at what's happening with my QA databases. There they are already. We can now see our QA databases coming online. It's taken approximately a minute to get this far, and now we can switch over and start testing our application. You can see our application is now online and ready to go. In 1 minute, I managed to spin up an ephemeral database that supports this application. Now, as a tester, I only need to have this environment accessible as long as I need to run my testing for. I'm going to go and do some testing. Let's create a new savings account over here. And there is my new savings account that I've just created. I'll obviously run through several thousand tests as a tester, And at the end of it, the data is no longer usable in the same format it was when it was originally provided to me. The beauty with Delphix is that we still have access to these virtual databases and the ability to be able to bookmark these. You'll see that this virtual database was bookmarked at the start of my testing cycle. It's very simple for me via self-service to go and refresh my database back to this bookmark. If I go back into my banking application and refresh, you can see my data is back to its original form. And then lastly, what we want to do is once we've finished using our environment, we want to ensure that there is a pipeline to stop my environment and to tear it down when I no longer need the database available to me. If we now have a look at our virtual databases in our Delphix environment, we can now see that they've been taken offline, as well as the infrastructure associated with those databases has been decommissioned, saving me cloud costs. On average, Delphix will save around about 85% of your cloud costs associated with compute and storage. I hope you enjoyed that. Please reach out to us if you have data or compliance challenges that you would like to discuss, and we can show you how we can deliver a return on investment in 6 months. Thank you for your time today.